and welcome to That's My Opinion, episode 7. We're going to do things a little different this week. We're just going to go right into my opinion on the Academy Awards. We started the evening off with the red carpet, and I have some opinions about that. I couldn't really say who the best dressed was. I need to watch the episode of Fashion Police with Joan Rivers in order to get a real good opinion. I do have some tops. Jennifer Aniston's dress, the beautiful red dress, was really pretty, and Reese Witherspoon's blue dress was very pretty. I don't know if it's a solid color thing or what, but I think Jessica Chastain's dress was awfully nice as well. I guess, if anything, those were the best dressed. I have a few worse dressed. People might call it fashion, but I thought Anne Hathaway's Prada dress looked like an apron, and it was crazy. I thought Halle Berry's stripes were awful. I thought they were all in the wrong place. It may be fashionable, but I didn't like it. Kerry Washington looked like a salmon. I mean, it's my opinion, is the most god-awful dress. The most worst dressed was Charlize Theron. I thought the top of her dress looked like a bell. I thought her hair was awful, and I thought that the train and the back of her dress looked like she was pooping her dress. It was just awful. So let's get right to it. The Academy Awards were hosted by Seth MacFarlane, who I think you at this point already know I am a huge fan of. I thought his opening monologue wasn't as good as others have probably done it. Probably better than Ricky Gervais, but certainly not better than Billy Crystal. Seth decided to include William Shatner and kind of do his bit routine play off of that. He comes in with a song called The Boob Song. It was very Family Guy-ish, and I loved it.
Anne Hathaway, we saw your boobs in Brokeback Mountain. Halle Berry, we saw them in Monsters Ball. Nicole Kidman and Eyes Wide Shut, Marissa Tomei and The Wrestler, but we haven't seen Jennifer Lawrence's boobs at all. We saw your boobs. We saw your boobs. Jessica Chastain, we saw your boobs in Lawless. Jodie Foster in The Accused. Hilary Swank in Boys Don't Cry. Penelope Cruz in Vanilla Sky. And Kate Winslet in Heavenly Creatures and Jude and Hamlet and Titanic and Iris and Little Children and The Reader and whatever you're shooting right now. We saw your boobs.
The first thing to win was Best Supporting Actor, and surprisingly, Christopher Waltz for Django won. I have a small confession, folks. I didn't see Django Unchained. I'm not the biggest Quentin Tarantino fan, so it's not that I avoid him, but it's just not the first thing I run out and see. But I know that Christoph Waltz is a great actor. I know he's really known for Inglourious Basterds, and that was another Quentin movie I'm sorry I haven't seen. So I'm not saying that he's undeserving of this, although I thought Robert De Niro in Silver Linings was great, but De Niro is great in whatever he does. Not that Tommy Lee Jones wasn't great. Again, Tommy Lee Jones, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Robert De Niro are good in everything they do. So the fact that they didn't walk away with this particular award I don't feel was robbed, because they're always good. They're always going to be good. They always deserve the award. I thought Alan Arkin, however, was robbed of this. I thought that his role in Argo was fantastic, and he totally deserved to win. If I talk this much about everything, we're never going to get through it. Paperman won for animated short film, and then for animated feature film, not a lot of great choices. Brave won. Brave deserved it. Life of Pi won for cinematography. I thought for sure Anna Karenina would win. The movie Anna Karenina, it was done where it looked like a stage, but then it became live action, and I thought that took a lot of work, and I thought it deserved cinematography, but not that Life of Pi wasn't visually stunning and didn't also deserve that award. Next was the award for visual effects. Life of Pi won. I thought that Life of Pi deserved visual effects. That was the most stunningly beautiful movie since Hugo, which was last year. Definitely visual effects. I don't know that it needed visual effects and cinematography. The next category was costume. Anna Karenina won. That wasn't surprising. I thought maybe Les Mis was going to be a good second choice. it was probably second choice, because first choice was definitely Anna Karenina. The next category was makeup, and our only choices were Hobbit, Les Mis, and Hitchcock. And that's it, and Les Mis won, and it deserved it. Hobbit was really good in the makeup department. But I think they really won everything that they did in Lord of the Rings, because that Lord of the Rings swept the Academy Awards that one year. So I think they're kind of like, oh yeah, we'll acknowledge The Hobbit, but we've already given you those awards out. So I'm sorry I didn't see Hitchcock. Maybe Hitchcock was great. I thought it was an actor that looked like Alfred Hitchcock. Okay, but Les Mis had some great makeup too, and that's what won. That seemed just like a giveaway. The next part of our performance was the Bond tribute. I am not the biggest fan of Bond. I haven't seen very many of them, but I thought the tribute was nice. The problem I had was the Shirley Bassey singing Goldfinger. After that, I thought it was a bunch of wasted minutes. Apparently, she's a huge gay icon, and a lot of people love her, but her pitch was awful, including that last note. And the standing ovation was just like, yeah, she's old. Let's, clap for her, because she may not be here next year. I mean, it just felt that way to me. The next award was for the Best Live Action Short Film, and Curfew won. Best Documentary Short Film, Innocente won. I don't know anything about those. Can't give my opinion on anything that won there. The very next thing Seth did was a Lincoln joke. He says, Daniel Day-Lewis wasn't the only one who portrayed Lincoln, and he mentioned another actor who portrayed him. He says, but the only real person who's ever really been inside Lincoln's head is John Wilkes Booth. And everybody just booed, and I laughed, and I laughed. That's the Seth I love. The only critique I've seen them say about Seth is that while his jokes were bad, the way he got out of them were brilliant, and so that's what made him a great host. The Best Documentary won for Sugar Man. The Best Foreign Language Film won for Amour. After that, Ted came out with Marky Mark. Oh, do we still call him Marky Mark? Yes, Ted called him Marky, and it looked like he was about to hit him afterwards. I didn't think their jokes were very funny. It was very typical Ted, I suppose, but I don't think a lot of people are used to that. Okay, it says here, wrap it up. I'm sorry we're going long, but it is the Academy Awards, so. The next award was for sound mixing, and Les Mis won, and here's why I think they won. What I thought was clever, when they were acting out the songs, they had a music piece in their ear, but when they went to make the movie, then they orchestrated what they saw on screen, and that for a good reason. I thought that was a really clever idea. The next thing to win was sound editing. It was a tie. That was strange but true. Skyfall and Zero Dark 30 both won. All of these sound awards were all awards given to these tall guys with long blonde hair. And I thought it was strange, and then I found it on the internet the next day. It is strange. Check this out. Apparently that's the new style now. I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird myself. Seth next introduced Christopher Plummer to give the Best Supporting Actress award, and he introduces him in this end of Sound of Music way, where he goes, ladies and gentlemen, the family Von Trapp, and they weren't there. Best Supporting Actress was Amy Adams for The Master, which I didn't see. Sally Field for Lincoln, who played Crazy pretty well, doesn't she always? Anne Hathaway took away the award. If you've seen I Dreamed a Dream, that performance, that's why she won. The next award was for film editing. Argo won. I thought editing, sure, why not? I thought what was really clever about Argo was, if you watch the end of the credits of Argo, they took real screenshots from the movie versus the real picture of the history that really happened, and I was really impressed with that. That takes work to take direct enactments and put it in the movie. Far and Away did that as well. It's an art, and it won for film editing, and I was impressed. After that, Adele performed Skyfall, and she was great. The next award was production design, and Lincoln won, and it really looked right out of the history. It looked right where it was supposed to be, so I give production design to that without a problem. Next on our list is The Memoriam, and I was really impressed that nobody clapped after everybody that was famous. Barbara came out after that, and she sang Memories. I am not a fan of Barbara, but she did a really, really good job. Certainly better than Goldfinger. Next on our list is musical score and Life of Pi 1. And, you know, we're really getting into the Bollywood music. It was in Mirror Mirror and, of course, Slumdog Millionaire. And we're really getting into that kind of cool. I think it's totally why it won. The best song nominees were Skyfall, the original song from Les Mis, which I was sure was original because I had never recognized it before. Then they had Chasing Ice by Scarlett Johansson. Who knew Scarlett Johansson could sing? I didn't. I've seen her sing in movies, but I had never really heard it, and I was kind of impressed. That was Pi's Lullaby from Life of Pi, and Norah Jones sang the song from Ted, and that was also a nomination, which I was really, really excited because I didn't even know it was nominated. But Skyfall won. Not surprising. She's won everything, every Grammy, She's won a lot for that song. Next, an adapted screenplay won Argo. I didn't know it was a book previously. I did know Life of Pi was. I did know Lincoln was. Argo is as good a choice as any. Next award was the original screenplay, and Django Walks Away, Quentin Tarantino. Way to go him. Not undeserving. However, I would have liked to have seen Moonrise Kingdom 1. If it had anything going for it, was the originalness of it all. It was original story. It was quirky. I didn't particularly enjoy the movie, but I thought if it deserved anything, original screenplay would have been it. Alright, we're getting to the good stuff, so bear with me, folks. Next award was Director. Life of Pi walked away with it. Ang Lee. I love him. He deserved the award. Life of Pi certainly was great. Go for it. Way to go. Wrapping it up. Best Actress. Jennifer Lawrence walks away with the award, and she tripped on her dress on the way up. Jennifer Lawrence was certainly nominated for Winter's Bone. I will do my homework and find out if she won, but certainly getting noticed in the Academy Awards, and she's very great. She did play crazy really well in Silver Linings, and I go for it, girl. Of the choices, I think that Jennifer Lawrence was the best actress from what I've seen, but that's just my opinion. Next, we have Lead Actor. The winner went to, not Bradley Cooper, Daniel Day-Lewis for Lincoln. Totally deserving. He's a very method actor, and he's very wonderful. But I thought if anybody else should have won it, who could have walked away with it, it could have been Denzel Washington. In Flight, he plays a functioning alcoholic to the point where I had problems with the movie because it was so real, it was scary, and it was awful. But that's what makes him a great actor. So I thought if anybody could take it away from Daniel Day-Lewis, it would have been him. Next, we have Michelle Obama introducing the last category, which was Best Movie. Why did we include the First Lady in Hollywood? I thought it was strange. I thought she was cute and adorable. I loved the bangs, loved the dress. She was great. But it just was weird that she was introducing the Best Movie. And Argo walks away with the award, and you know what? I was okay with that. Ben Affleck came up there to accept the award. He was the director. He was also the star. He was very humble, and he was very wonderful about it. He said, 15 years ago, I was up here, and I was just a kid, and now I'm with the likes of you, and it's so good to be up here. I thought Argo totally deserved Best Picture. It really was a great movie. I do suggest it. You can rent it now. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Academy Awards. Thank you for bearing with me this week. Pretty soon we will have that'smjsopinion.com up and running. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do with the website, but I'm excited that I have one. And in the meantime, if you are enjoying these videos, I would love any comments below, what you like, what you don't like. Every episode so far has been a training manual on what to do, what not to do. So if there's anything that you particularly like or don't like about it, let me know, and we will correct it as we go. See you next week. Not exactly sure what movie we're going to do, but if I have to, I'll review Hansel and Gretel. Oh, so bad. All right, guys. See you next week.